when you click on a calculator, and why don't we click on a qualified personal residence trust, you have the ability to input in a very simple way, commensurate with what you would see on the other calculation programs. It knows the 75/20 rate. You can enter 1 life or 2 lives for your Qprt. And then the term of your Qprt, the value of your property, and click on results. And across the top, it tells you the amount of your gift, and it tells you what the annuity payment must be if the client is not using the house during the term selected. And we see that they selected a 10-year term. Now, what this does in our standard mode that the other programs don't do is I can do a comparison. So I click duplicate, has nothing to do with bridge. I click duplicate, and let's see 12 years. And then there's 12 years, a little bit less of a gift. I click duplicate again. Let's look at 14 years. So it automatically shows me the lower amount of the gift, the higher the amount of the annuity, and the difference in years. So that's in standard mode. Now I'll go to Pro Plus. Now, in Pro Plus mode, I'm getting a lot more information. I'm being showed what the probability is of them living, the number of years based upon standard mortality tables, and I'm also able to show a valuation discount. So I can click on duplicate if I want, and at Qprt number 4, I can generate a different scenario, whatever the different scenario is that I want. I could go to a 17-year Qprt. I could also use a valuation discount. Maybe I'll give half the house to a trust for one child, half the house to a trust for another, take a 15% discount, and now there is my amount of gift, quite a bit lower, and the amount of the annuity also lower. And in addition to that, I can tell the client, you know, if you live past the term and you die, there's probably no step up in income tax basis, so your family will have some capital gains. So I can click on show income tax results, and then I'm going to see what the capital gains tax would be after the term and what the difference between the estate tax savings and the capital gains tax would be to show whether it's still worthwhile to do the Qprt. And in the vast majority of situations it is. Once you enter the tax basis of the property and your capital gains tax rate, you find out what the net advantage of the Qprt is. Click on timelines and charts, and we have nice charts for each Qprt showing the portion of the home that would be not subject to estate tax and the probability of surviving the Qprt term. And as I change the numbers, you see the pie charts can change. Then I go to general explanation at the top, and I can choose all 4 Qprts if I want, and I can get a general explanation of Qprts, I can get a short explanation of Qprts, I can get a planner's checklist, and most important, I can get a PowerPoint presentation. I click on, and I can put the client's name in there. I can click on submit, and I go back to my normal summaries and details. I click on general explanation. I want to see the 4 Qprts. I want to see a general explanation, a short explanation, a planner's checklist, and a PowerPoint presentation. How's that? Put the name of the client, Matt Jones, hit submit. Now up here on the right-hand side in my Google Chrome, arrow down, I have 4 PowerPoints. I have a planner's checklist. I have a general explanation of Qprts, all of which I can share with my client and with the other advisors. And up on screen comes a nice short Qprt explanation for Qprt 1, Qprt 2, Qprt 3, Qprt 4, just so I can remember those numbers. But showing you the PowerPoint for Qprt number 4, click on the PowerPoint, PowerPoint opens. It opens on another screen for me. Click Enable Editing, and then as you can see, and I can go to slideshow from the beginning and display settings, of course. And then I can show, here's the Qprt, here's how much I'm putting in, here's the reportable gift, here is the growth rate of the home, here's how a Qprt works, here's the estate tax savings after 24 years, including the rent income, here's the probability of success. I had rent set at 0 here, otherwise it would have been more savings. And then there is your spreadsheet. Now, going back to the spreadsheets, show you a little bit more about the spreadsheets. Across the top, for each of the Qprts, you have what we call the summaries. And when you click Alter Summary Columns, you can tell the computer which columns you want. You can add columns or subtract columns. The yellow columns are what we generally use or recommend, so it can be more robust or simpler. And then the spreadsheet below, for each of these Qprts, I can show each line or every other line or every third line, but it will always show you the year of death line and the end of term line. And I can alter the columns. I can have more or fewer columns in my spreadsheet, depending on what I want. And I can export the spreadsheet to Excel. I click on Export to Excel, and there you see that it comes right up. There it is. So now I've got a spreadsheet that I can show off and give to my client and the other advisors. So that is one of the calculators.